It's Thursday, which means we're thinking like entrepreneurs, and today we're going to talk about your customer, how to know your customer and be able to market to them right. Hey, it's Think Like an Entrepreneur Thursday, where we talk about the mindset shift from going from an employee to an entrepreneur. I'm Erin Smith, owner and founder of the Starters Club, also best-selling author of Master the Start. Today I want to talk about one of the biggest mistakes I see new entrepreneurs make, and that's trying to appeal to everyone. I want to talk about your customer and why it's so important that you don't appeal to everyone, because it's going to end up A, taking you a lot longer to gain momentum in your business, and B, cost you a lot more time and a lot more money in order to market to the masses. So a lot of people are afraid of this because they're so scared if they only market to a few people that they're going to miss out on sales everywhere else. And it's a myth, a complete myth, because what usually ends up happening if you're too vague in your marketing or the understanding of what your product or service does, you will appeal to no one. Nobody's going to look at it and say, oh, this is for me. They're going to say, I'm really not sure. And if there's hesitation and uncertainty, especially with a new business, they're not going to buy. And so you want to be specific. And it's for a few reasons. Like I said, it's going to save you a ton of money. I want you to start writing down who you're going to serve. Where do they live? Are they married? Do they have kids? Are they a man or a woman? Are they a certain age? And be as specific as you can about them and understand their likes and their interests. Just to give you an idea, in the course that I teach this, in one of my courses, we actually go through a 10-page document in defining their customer. So be as specific as you possibly can. Now, even if you can serve several different demographics, several different markets, start with one and get that down, get that messaging down, understand what they're going through and how your product or service solves that problem, and then you can always expand. It's always better to start small, be consistent, master that, and expand. Secondly, it's going to be a lot easier for you to connect. People do business with who they know, like, and trust. They want to know you get them. Think about, the last time you bought something from someone you really didn't know. You saw some marketing they did, you saw some messaging, but there was just something about it that clicked. You figured they kind of got you, and so you really wanted that product. That's what you want to do for your own business. And that doesn't mean you can't take money from other places, or if somebody comes and says, hey, I want to buy this, it doesn't mean you can't take their money. But it gives you a clear focus. You want to start gaining momentum as quickly as you possibly can in your business, and the best way to do that is by starting with a small group. So don't feel like you're going to lose out on money. Don't feel like it's a really huge mistake to not go to the masses, because going to the masses is going to be a very, very, very steep hill for you to go up, and it's going to end up costing you a lot more time and a lot more money. Start small. I can promise you it's going to make a huge difference in your business. So if you want to talk about who you serve, who your customer is, I'd love to hear from you. Please comment below. And as always, thank you so much for watching. I love to talk about Think Like an Entrepreneur because it's so important to see people succeed in business. I love watching people grow their businesses. As always, I'm Erin Smith, and I believe everyone's got it in them to start a business. You just got to get started.